Hey everyone, and welcome to the Magical Miracle Network. My name is Ruth Perkinson, and thank you so much for being with me today for a very short teaching for light workers everywhere. Regardless of what your path is in this world, this is a great teaching for all of us today. And I wanted to bring this through because I think it's very important for all of us right now to really be aware of what we're thinking with, who we're thinking with, in every moment of in the day and in the night, as we go up through the fourth dimension and into the fifth dimension of unity awareness, which is really where we are. We are in unity awareness. We are aware that we are all in a unified front, in a sense, with love and light and compassion and forgiveness, really, really showing us the way back to source. And so today I just wanted to bring in a very short teaching to help all of us to be very aware of who you're thinking with at all times. Are you in your right mind or are you in your wrong mind? And I talk about this a whole lot during these short teachings. And so today, if you just pause the video for one moment and get a couple pieces of paper, I think this will be very helpful for many of us to be aware of what zone you're in. Are you in a giving and receiving zone, or are you in attacking and defending zone? There's a big difference. And so just pause the video, get that piece of paper, and come on back. Okay, so what's happening, I'm going to give you a little diagram here, is that this is a diagram of your mind, and you are right here in the center of your mind, and you are either in the spirit mind or the Holy Spirit mind, your higher self, your true self, or you're in the false mind, the wrong mind, or the ego mind. Okay, now, if you're in spirit mind, you are either giving love or receiving love, and that's the truth of who you are. Or if you're in the ego mind, you're attacking and you're defending. Spirit is always going to unify, and the ego is always going to separate. Okay. So, a very important little diagram here that you guys can jot down momentarily as I put that in front of the screen. And just to break it down a little bit, this might be helpful as well. The ego in your mind is the story. It's the ego is the lie, and it's always telling all of us a story. And I call it the bad tennis match in your mind. You're going back and forth with fear or anger or rage or whatever it might be that is your false self. And you're either attacking yourself or you're attacking someone else. In your thought, it always comes first. That's the reason I'm doing this video. We have to be very vigilant for how we're thinking, okay? So you're either attacking someone else or you're attacking yourself, or you're defending someone else or you're defending yourself in an attacking situation. So attacking and defending in the ego story is really the same thing. It's always separating. It's always that energy of, I'm right, you're wrong, that kind of energy. And so the ego would always rather be right than happy. And it's always defending itself and being right. And this, again, is the bad tennis match in your mind. It's going back and forth all the time. How does it go back and forth? You could just be thinking of an old situation that happened where you felt wronged, and you're bringing that into your present moment. And I did it last week with a friend of mine. I was just talking about how I got wronged, like 6 or 7 years ago. And this person was really not, a friend to me at the time. And so, but what I was doing, I was contaminating my mind in the present moment. Okay. I was bringing in the bad tennis match. I was right. He was wrong. I was right. She was wrong. I'm better. They're worse, whatever that might be. And that's that bad tennis match. And so what I did in my now moment is I contaminated my present moment, with an old story from the past. So what he's asking us to do in A Course in Miracles is to address the grievance in your mind and clear it. address the grievance in your mind and clear it. Okay. So, what do I do when I have a grievance against somebody else or myself or whatever? Is I go into the zone of spirit. And what I do is, spirit is the awareness, it's the truth of who I am and who you are and who all the beings are in your life, regardless if it's an animal, a person, or a plant, whatever. Everything in your life is an aspect of you. Okay. And so, what spirit is doing, it's either giving or receiving love, giving or receiving, or it's receiving and giving. And this is all one in the truth. It's the same. Spirit is always loving and clearing with true forgiveness the grievances that are just that those sticky parts in our Akashic records and the mind of who we are. We're being helped by spirit to clear the bad Akashic records in the memory, the past memory of your mind. Okay. So what we want to do is this is always flowing. Giving and receiving is always flowing. And it's sort of like clearing all of that past memory in your mind from childhood to young adulthood to middle age to old age. Spirit is always saying, hey, you've got an opportunity here to clear a grievance. And spirit is always flowing. And so you're looking at that being, instead of seeing them being wrong or you being right or whatever the story is, stop it. Stop yourself and see the light in that being and see the light in you and connect. See the big circle of atonement, repair your mind and go, okay, class is in session and I can clear this grievance. Okay. So you are the decision maker of the story of you. You are always choosing whether to be in the zone of spirit or in the zone of the ego. And just remember that the ego is always attacking and defending. And it really feels sticky. It feels stuck. It feels resistance. It feels all those things. And it's always in service of separation. Okay. And it's service to that idea always. Spirit, on the other hand, is always giving and receiving love. It's that flow of love. Giving is the same as receiving. This is the unified front that we are all in. We are all in unity awareness in the fifth dimension. We are there in this beautiful awareness that we are all one. We are all one together. And as a light worker, which is who you are, we're really being asked to stay in our thinking mind in that zone of giving and receiving love. Just even having that thought, say, Spirit, I'm going to think with love. I'm going to give love to me. I'm going to receive love, and I'm going to give that out to everyone I see out there, whether they're in front of me right now, whether they're in the past, or whether I perceive them in the future. My job as a light worker is to give and receive love. And when there's a little bit of a hiccup, you know, class is in session and you can clear that grievance with your spiritual self and just say, no, I don't agree with the ego anymore. Let's all begin to right now to disagree with the ego's story of separation in favor of the spirit's story, which really isn't a story of unity and love and innocence. We are not sinners. We are not guilty. We are not fearful. In fact, we're quite the opposite. We are holy. We are divine. We are love. We are spirit. We are always that. And nothing can ever, 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 ever take that away. So I just wanted to come in today and give a short teaching about that for all of you out there. And as a reminder, I have a class every other Wednesday at 7:30. And if you're interested in being a part of that free class, it's at 7:30. It's for 40 minutes. I do a short intention, a short teaching about A Course in Miracles, and then we do a guided meditation. It's a lovely class. And if you're curious about that, you can send me an email and I'll add you to the list if you feel inspired. This is the Magical Miracle Network. This is a free educational tool for light workers standing on the rock of A Course in Miracles. And I also want to say, as we close out today, that I'm so excited that my 8th book is being tinkered with right now. The framework of it is all down, and I'm going through the editing process, and it should be out sometime this winter or this spring. And I'll give you the title. It is called Yeshua and the Gift of the Dreamlight Teachings. And it's my experiences, my mystical experiences that I'm sharing with anyone who's interested so that they might be able to grok and grasp that we are really becoming the light. And as we become the light, we are going to have these beautiful experiences that will just give us that extra little bit of encouragement that we need to continue on, because there is no end to you. You always have been, and you always will be. So again, thank you so much for subscribing. We have about 134, 135 subscribers to our network. We've had over 4,000 views among about 67 videos. And I'm just grateful to be inspired to bring this to you. So thank you so much. If you feel inspired to share this, please do. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. God bless you.